Namaste, Hamisha Khush Raho Bitiya. My name is Manisha Singh. Today I am teaching you extraction methods for maximum recovery. So the general techniques for of plant extraction is maceration, infusion, percolation, digestion, decoction, hot continuous extraction, which is also known as the sock slit, aqueous alcoholic extraction by fermentation, counter current extraction, microwave assisted extraction, ultrasound extraction, supercritical fluid extraction, and phytotonic extraction. Number one is maceration. The whole coarsely powdered crude drug is placed in a stoppered container with the solvent allowed to stand at the rate of room temperature for a period of at least 3 days with frequent agitation until the soluble matter get dissolved. The mixture with is strained, the mark is pressed, the combined liquids are clarified by filtration or decantation after standing, and this method is best suitable for use in case of the thermolabile drugs. Next is the infusion. Fresh infusions are prepared by macerating the drug for a short period of time with cold or boiling water. These are diluting solutions of the readily soluble constituents of crude drugs. Next is the digestion. This is a form of maceration in which gentle heat is used during the process of extraction. It is used when moderately elevated temperature is not objectionable. The solvent efficiency of the menstruum is thereby increased. That is Next is the decoction. In this process, the crude drug is boiled in a specified volume of water for a defined time. Volume is reduced to 1/4 of the original and it is then cooled and strained, filtered. This procedure is suitable for extracting water, soluble, heat stable constituents, typically used in the preparation of Ayurvedic extracts, kavat. Next is the percolation, used most frequently to extract active ingredients in the preparation of tinctures and fluid extracts. The solid ingredients are moistened and are with an appropriate amount of the specified menstruum allowed to stand for appropriately 4 hours in a well closed container. After stand time, the mass is packed and the top of the percolator is closed. The mixture is allowed to macerate in the closed percolator for 24 hours. Additional menstruum is added as required until the percolate measures about 3/4 of the required volume of the finished product. The mark is then pressed and then the expressed liquid is added to the percolate. Sufficient menstruum is added to percolate the required volume. The mixed liquid is clarified by filtration or by standing, followed by decantation. Next is the hot continuous extraction, also known as sock slit. The finely ground crude drug is placed in porous bag or thimble made of strong filter paper, which is placed in a chamber of the sock slit apparatus. The extracting solvent in a flask is heated and its vapors condense in condenser. The condensed extractant drips into the thimble containing the crude drug and extracts it by the contact Stocklet apparatus. When the level of liquid in the chamber rises to the top of the siphon tube, the liquid contents of the chamber siphons into the flask, and this process is continuous and is carried out until a drop of solvent from the siphon tubes does not leave residue when evaporated. Next is the aqueous alcoholic extraction by the fermentation. Some additional preparations of Ayurveda adopt the technique of fermentation for extracting the active principles. The extraction procedures involves the soaking the crude drug for a specified period of time, undergoes fermentation and generates the alcohol in situ. This facilitates the extraction of the active constituents contained in the plant material. The alcohol thus generated also serves as a preservative. Some examples of Ayurveda preparations are Karpurasava, Kanakasava, and Dasmularishta. If the fermentation is to be carried out in an earthen vessel, it should not be new. Water should first be boiled in the vessel. In large scale manufacture, wooden vats, porcelain jars, or metal vessels are used in the place of earthen vessels. Countercurrent extractions where raw material is pulverized using toothed disc disintegrators to produce a fine slurry. Material to be extracted is moved in one direction, generally in the form of a fine slurry within a cylindrical extractor where it comes in contact with the extraction solvent. The further the starting material moves, the more concentrated the extract becomes. Complete extraction is thus possible when the quantities of solvent and the material, their flows rates should be optimized. Sufficiently concentrated extract comes out at one end of the extractor while the mark, practically free of visible solvent, falls out from the other end. Ultrasound extraction, also known as sonication. The procedure involves the use of the ultrasound with frequencies ranging from 20 kilohertz to the 2000 kilohertz. This increases the permeability of the cell walls and produces cavitation. For example, extraction of the Rauwolfia root. Deleterious effect is ultrasound energy is more than 20 kilohertz on the active constituents of the medicinal plants through formation of the free radicals and consequently undesirable changes in the drug molecules. Next is the supercritical fluid extraction. Cylindrical extraction vessels are used. The collection of the extracted analyte following SFE is another important step. Significant analyte loss can occur during the step. Carbon dioxide is as the extracting fluid. Then organic solvents are frequently added to the carbon dioxide extracting fluid to elevate the polarity limitations. The component recovery rates generally increase with the increasing pressure or temperature. The highest recovery rate in case of argon at the rate of 500 atmosphere at 150 degrees Celsius. Hope you all are satisfied with this session. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. If you have any query, please mention it in a comment box. I will resolve them whenever we have a live session. Thank you so much for watching this video.